I want you to really open your mind and spark your imagination. What would a magical academy look like? What would you, as a student, expect to gain from enrolling in such a school? What possibilities are available, and what will be studied there? The Harry Potter franchise by J.K. Rowling was revolutionary in both written and visual forms. It has captivated the minds of children and adults to this day. In a magical world, everything is possible. However, that is a fiction, and we live in a rational, orderly universe where everything operates according to a set of rational laws and principles. If you have read Eliezer Yudkowsky's fan fiction adaptation, Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality, you would understand what I am talking about here. Wikipedia says the following: Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality is a work of Harry Potter fan fiction by Eliezer Yudkowsky, published on Fanfiction.net as a serial from February 28, 2010 to March 14, 2015, totaling 122 chapters and over 660,000 words. It adapts the story of Harry Potter to explain complex concepts in cognitive science, philosophy, and the scientific method. Yudkowsky's reimagining supposes that Harry's Aunt Petunia Evans married an Oxford professor and homeschooled Harry in science and rational thinking, allowing Harry to enter the magical world with ideals from the Age of Enlightenment and an experimental spirit. The fan fiction spans 1 year, covering Harry's first year at Hogwarts. Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality has inspired other works of fan fiction, art, and poetry. The occult community is vast and varied. There are countless topics to study, and each person finds their niche. Are there some subjects that are better than others to study? Yes and no. As I frequently discuss in my articles and posts, both here and on my Patreon, every individual should direct their gaze toward the absolute and objective truth. The religious version would be, put all your focus on God, while Eastern philosophies would direct you to put all of your focus on love and light. Other schools of thought say, pursue power. Others are against the pursuit from the beginning, because who is it that pursues? All in all, they all speak about the same thing, the absolute truth. There is only one topic that truly deals with the absolute truth. On the other hand, there are also subjective truths. They are relative and contingent. They might be irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, but they are relevant to you and me subjectively, for they are the ones that dictate who we are as unique monads, minds, souls. To put it otherwise, in a magical academy, you would expect the best educational system, one that forces you to study what must be studied, topics that deal with the objective truth, and gives you freedom of choice to pursue other classes that are not mandatory, but you have a passion or interest in. The mandatory classrooms deal with the nature of reality, the nature of the soul, the mind, life, and the afterlife. It will emphasize understanding the laws and principles by which reality operates to create ascended men and women, magicians in the most revered sense. The Platonic form of a magician, incarnation of logos and divine will. To achieve such a glorious purpose, you must have the top teachers running the academy. They must be polymaths. A polymath or polyhister is an individual whose knowledge spans many different subjects, known to draw on complex bodies of knowledge to solve specific problems. Wikipedia, and entirely dedicated to the student's success rather than personal gain. This can happen only if the academy is run under a meritocratic system. A system, organization, or society in which people are chosen and moved into positions of success, power, and influence on the basis of their demonstrated abilities and merit. Merriam-Webster. Not only do we as humans need meritocracy to replace democracy, but meritocracy ensures that everyone receives equal opportunity. Yet the outcome will depend a lot on their merit, cultivated talents, and hard work. The Academy provides tailor-made education for each student based on how they operate, perceive, and understand the world, and strives to bring that student to mastery in their fields of choice so that they can contribute to the well-being of society with their cultivated mastery, creating a benevolent, divine, and magical community. The greatest teachers who have visited mankind are also the greatest magicians, since very few people nowadays understand true occultism and are completely lost with self-important fascination with demonic communion and the chosen adepts of such and such deity, or countless other practices that are not grounded in reason. The occult community became another hijacked system by archonic forces to prevent humans from discovering their true nature, hence true powers. What is magic? Magic, as Crowley noted correctly, albeit imprecisely, is the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with the will. Why imprecisely? Because we are not in J.K. Rowling's universe, but in a rational universe. Therefore, magic is the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with the will by working with the principles and laws of nature to direct energy toward desired outcomes. We must understand how reality operates if we want to cause change in conformity with the will. What is reality made of? Why is there something rather than nothing? Who or what created reality? How did such a force do so? Is reality a simulation? A dream? Why are we here? Who are we? Such age-old philosophical questions are not simple contemplations and acts of mental masturbation, but cues to direct you toward the self-realization of your true nature. This knowledge does not come from a demon or angel, nor from a book or mentor. It comes from within. True Magical Academy must cultivate that in the student and bring it out. It must turn the students into angels, so to speak, into beings who are fully lucid. What is the difference between Muggles and wizards in the Harry Potter franchise? The Muggles are considered ordinary people, unaware of magic and the magical world. They can be equated to the unconscious people who operate robotically and mechanically, who sleepwalk through life. Those who let their bestial instincts, urges, and desires control them rather than being masters of that beast on a leash. They are attached to material possessions, social norms, trends, and worshiping gods, demons, angels, spirits, celebrities, and are unaware of more complex layers of reality. They are dreaming. They are trapped in the material realm, the garden of delights made by the demiurge, the matrix, the mitote, the fog of human perception. They are in hell. On the other hand, the wizards are those who have awakened to the true nature of reality and their own true nature. They see reality as it is. They have become lucid in the dream, and while they still dream and are part of the collective dream, they shape it as heaven on earth by the power of their will and consciousness. They are not passively swayed by the dream. They operate it actively. They have broken free from empirical illusions and materialistic delusions. They are engaged fully in an idealistic and rationalistic, mathematical, conscious creation of the dream. The most advanced, those who truly dedicate themselves to the sacred cause of leading humanity to the stars, are the teachers and masters of our world. Hermes, Plato, Pythagoras, King Solomon, Hegel, Buddha, Jesus, Mithras, and other teachers such as Carl Jung, Eckhart Tolle, Krishnamurti, and many, many more. Your life has two purposes: to wake up from the dream and become lucid, and to shape the dream consciously so that you can fully enjoy that beautiful thing that is called life. The more you wake up from the dream, a nightmare, the more you enjoy life, because you are more aligned with your true self and divine creative powers. I have struggled for decades to find my life purpose, my calling in this world. I was scratching the surface all along without understanding it consciously. And so, I was occupied with studying the laws of existence, the laws of mind, and cultivating my awareness and consciousness to wake up from the dream. Ultimately, it was a traumatic event that brought me close to my core and revealed my subjective life purpose and sacred cause in this life while still awakening from the dream, only now with more peace in my heart and mind. This post, this page, and the books and projects to come are all the unfolding of my purpose. To help those who have been swayed away by the illusions and deceptions in the occult community back to the right path and their true benevolent and divine nature. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Thank you.